real cases before a real judge.
Plaintiff Sierra McDade is a single mother and a college graduate, and she used to date the defendant's boyfriend. Sierra claims the defendant's boyfriend proposed to her 3 times, but he played her, and now he's playing the defendant. Sierra's suing because she claims the defendant harassed her and damaged her car. Defendant Heather Park says the fact that her boyfriend proposed to Sierra means nothing because he proposes to everybody, and he even proposed to Heather. She's countersuing because she claims Sierra sits in front of her home harassing her, and she has the pictures to prove it.
Start with you.
Your Honor, I'm a single mother. I'm a graduate of Howard University.
Can we stop there? She is not a single mother. She's not taking care of her child. I have.
Okay, that is so not true.
You probably may have been while she was in college.
She babysat.
I'm a college graduate too. What does that mean? I still have 2 children and I made sure they were taken care of in a safe environment, unlike Miss McDade.
She has 3 children by 3 different men. Okay, she's upset.
It's so much that a person can take. It's so much you can take.
Ask her where did she graduate from?
University of Washington, D.C.
University of D.C.? Excellent, excellent, excellent.
Well, anyway,
congratulations, though. Howard is a great school.
Thank you, Your Honor. It wasn't easy. But anyway, the first thing that they tell you in Howard University freshman orientation, do not talk to the locals. If they walk past you, look straight. Don't look in their eye, because they're crazy. People from
Howard is terrible. That's some bougie junk there.
Yeah, they are.
Everybody that doesn't go to Howard that walks around isn't dangerous. That's a stereotype. I'm ashamed of whoever told you that.
Yeah,
and I know want to have a child by
and I know it wasn't the leadership at Howard that told you that nonsense. That was some of your bougie friends that you all got together and said that.
Actually, one of the professors did tell me that.
Don't believe you. I don't believe a professor at Howard would tell you something that is that stereotypical. That's some bougie nonsense.
I have a son with someone from D.C., and that's why we're here today, because I can admit.
You spoke?
Yeah.
See?
I have a lot of friends.
You should have listened to that professor.
Yeah, that's my whole point.
Now you got it back because you didn't listen.
Exactly.
Next time you'll listen.
But yeah, that's what I was saying. But I was like you, I was optimistic, so I'm like, they can't be that bad.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's
so
right.
I talked to him, and basically that's why we're here today, because I was played by him, and she's still being played by him.
All right, and tell me.
No, I still wasn't done because it's more to the story. Yeah.
Well, excuse me.
It's a whole lot more.
Go ahead.
He actually, I'm sorry.
What else?
Okay, and so I basically, it's a lot with this story. He doesn't even claim that he's in a relationship with her. They have a child together. I did not know that it was actually his child until February. The first time I ever heard about her, it was a text message, so am I putting you on my lease? And so I asked Lance, what is this about? He was like, oh, it's a joke between us. He was like, you're not from here, so you don't understand our language. I'm like, put me on my lease means the same thing in Ohio and in DC. Like, what are you talking about? Oh, we just friends. It's nothing. We're, she might have a crush on me.
Did you find out anything different later on?
Yeah, I did find out different. Because I found out they had a baby. And
how did you find that out?
I had to lie to him, because the day that she broke my mirror.
Okay, we'll get to that shortly. That's the car repairs, and that's when you found out?
Exactly.
All right, let me hear from you with the background, man.
Thank you, Judge. I would like to start off by saying that I met my child's father in January 2009. I heard about Miss McDade the day she had the baby. Me and him had a long conversation about it. He asked me to stay, even though he said she was just a hit it and quit it one night after the club girl who,
Actually, Your Honor, that's not true, because he proposed to me 3 times.
So he proposed to me. What, that makes you better? No, he just proposes to people a lot. Okay.
It's not even a better thing. The fact is, I don't want him. I don't even want him. That's the whole situation.
That's what he majored in? Yeah. Go ahead.
The fact is this, is that Miss McDade is sitting here, she's going to sit here and say, oh, I'm a college degree, but who was watching her child and taking care of her child when she was trying to obtain her degree? I was getting my degree at the same time. Yeah, I have 2 children of my own, took care of them and took care of her son when she basically abandoned them.
Actually, my son was not abandoned.
Why did she have to take care of your child?
She did not take care of my child. Actually, I moved out of my apartment and I was moving on campus because I couldn't
evicted,
find. No, I was not. I had to move out of my apartment. I had a roommate. It was a 3-bedroom. My roommate wasn't paying her
All you
rent.
have to do is say she never took care of your child.
My son's father took care of his
Where's your son at now, Sierra? He's at my house.
Ma'am,
Exactly, because we're here.
All you have to say is she never took care of my child. This long explanation makes it sound like she did.
She never took care of my son.
That's all. We
I
can
bought his
move
shoes.
right on.
I bought his clothes.
Now.
I took him to get his haircut for the first time.
All right, she says you didn't. So can we move on? Now, car repairs. Why are you suing her for that?
My son was staying with his father at her house because he claims they're roommates. That's why he stays there. He was over her house while I was
The child
at work.
didn't stay over there.
No, he didn't live over there. He
No,
lived.
I said, did he stay over there sometime?
Yeah.
Your son?
Yes.
And you don't think she had anything to do with caring for the son?
Yeah, I'm sure she did help Lance because
Okay, and we went through all of that about
Thank
you
you,
never
Your Honor.
helped
No,
your
but
son.
she's saying raise.
Let's not
She
say that.
even-
No one
Thank you,
said
Your Honor.
raise at all. You said care for, take care of. And when that baby came over her house, believe me, she had to help take care of that child. And you just said that the child went over regularly to be with his dad at their house. Now let's move on.
Okay, so Lance, that's my son's father name. He called me. He said, just pull up to the front and I'm gonna let Lance run out because the baby's in the house and it was cold outside. So I was like, okay, that's fine. 10 seconds later, she pulls up behind me and knocks on my window and was like, get out the car. And I cracked the window. I was like, what'd you say? She was like, get out the car. So I called Lance. I was like, Lance.
And then what happened?
I drove straight ahead. It's like an alley. And so I made a U-turn and came back around. She
Down
picked
my
up a
street
rock.
again.
Quiet.
Yeah. And I made a U-turn and came around and she threw a rock at my mirror and it like broke my mirror, shattered my mirror and it dented my door. And so I called the police and then she ran off in her car and she was like, you're gonna see me before the end of the night. You're gonna see me before the end of the night. So I called, I filled out a police report. Here's the police report.
You have your estimate of damage?
Absolutely.
Ma'am, what do you have to say?
I'm not saying that I'm not gonna sit here and tell you I was an angel.
Tell me what happened.
The night in question, before this all happened, I told Miss McDade to stop coming in front of my house. I live across the street from an IHOP. I live across the street from a Giant, and she knows not to drive in front of my home. She does it all the time. I have pictures.
Do you, ma'am?
I do not drive in front of her house when she's not there.
I have pictures of her sitting in front of my home. Just as
To pick up her baby.
In front of
No.
Go ahead.
I have pictures of her sitting in front of my home.
All right. Well, unless you can prove that she was
she
doing
can't prove that her
something,
baby was in my
because
house.
clearly, if her child comes over to your house regularly, then she has to also come over your house
to cause
get
drama,
her
sir?
child.
But
Go
they cause
ahead.
drama?
Go ahead, ma'am. What else you want me to know? Tell me about this damage to her car.
I didn't do it. I did get into an argument with her, but as far as a rock being thrown,
Why did you all get in an argument? Describe that scenario.
when I pulled up in front of my home, we were finished Christmas shopping. Me and my witness here. Me and my witness here, we were finished Christmas shopping, and Miss McDade, once again, after I told her to stop coming in front of my home, she did it again. She was sitting in front of my house, honking the horn. It was late at night. I asked her to leave. I yelled at her. She sat there, waved, smiled, thought it was funny. She drove back up the street. The alley lets out, but she decided not to go out of the street. She decided to turn back around, come back down the street, roll down her window, and said, I'm not going anywhere.
What'd
As
you
long
do?
as Big Lance is
What
here,
did you
I
do?
can be here.
What did you do?
I went back to her house. She's my neighbor.
And then what? That's
And
it? You
that
never
was
had
it.
any other discussion with her?
No.
Okay. She did all that. She taunted you in that manner. And then you just suddenly walked on the way.
No, because see, he came outside with my baby.
I understand. You're telling me you just walked away and didn't say anything else
Exactly.
to her. Okay.
happens
Based on the
often with me,
personality that you're demonstrating today, I believe it 100%. Please. Ma'am, you have any other evidence? Was there any discussion with anyone regarding this?
Yes.
Did the police look into it?
Yes, they did.
Did they speak with her?
Yeah. Yes, they did. And she was actually arrested. And I actually have a video because Lance, he admits that they're not in a relationship and he's seen it. And I asked her what did she what did she say when I asked for my money?
Lance says that he knows that she did it.
Yeah.
But you saw her do it, right?
I saw her whole lot.
When you asked her to give me my money, what did she say? Like before it got this far to court.
Didn't really get an answer.
So y'all not together?
No, we're not together.
No, but I'm saying, like, don't you think that's crazy for her to do?
That'd be crazy for anybody to do.
Why she do it though?
Me too.
He acknowledged you doing it, ma'am.
My witness here, I also have a witness that was here at the
No, I'm
time.
talking about your man. Your man.
Sir, me and Lance
whose
have been
house
going
you
through things as far as
in.
this court hearing, as far as me getting locked up, and I put him out when he went back to
All I
stay
know
with
is
her.
your man acknowledged you did it. That's all I can tell you. I know.
mean,
And the
he's a man.
circumstances would convince me also. Nothing was wrong with her car before you all's hostilities. And
She
then
did it to
after the
herself.
hostilities, immediately there was something wrong with the car as observed by the police. Did you speak to the police?
No.
Okay.
I
Were
didn't-
you arrested by the
I got
police?
arrested this year.
Were you arrested?
Yes, they threw it
didn't
out.
say anything when they put you in the car?
No, they didn't tell me what I was being locked up for.
They
until I
never
got-
said a word?
No.
Good enough. Your claim is granted, ma'am. I don't believe anything you say. The police arrest you and never say a word.
They threw it
They
out.
just put you in the car. Don't say why. Don't read you your rights. Your claim is dismissed. Yours is granted.
Thank you.
I
What
believe
about
nothing you say. I believe everything
about
you say.
my
Didn't you hear me say
harassment?
your claim is dismissed? I was serious.
Thank you. And I just want me and Lance to be co-parents. That's it. I don't want to be with
How
him.
can you be a
I
co-parent
even
when you don't
told
take care of your
Lance,
child?
my son is well taken care of.
Please,
I'm not sure
because
how
of me.
well you can take care of a
Because of
child
me. Because
working
of
at
me.
I don't think
Because of
like
me.
a lot of business
Because of me.
finance
Please.
graduates works at
I don't see
But
many
anyway.
people who graduate from Howard who look like you.
Actually, a lot of people
You
that
deadbeat
graduate from
parent,
Howard
deadbeat
look
mom,
like me.
deadbeat mom. That's what you are. You
I
don't
love
take care of
this
your
is
child.
called a hater,
Whatever.
and I love
I'm
it's
called
very
a hater.
flattering.
Thank you.